Hi, I'm William Hale, the Water and Sewer Commissioner for the City of Lawrence. We've launched a video series to keep the community informed about an important project the Water and Sewer Department is implementing. Green Lawrence, Blue Merrimack is a stormwater resiliency plan that will prioritize drainage infrastructure improvements. This 2-year project is funded by the city and state's municipal vulnerability preparedness program. One of the primary goals of this plan is to raise awareness about Lawrence's stormwater system. Stormwater pipes collect rain and snow melt from streets, parking lots, and rooftops, and then run off its discharge into one of the city's 3 rivers. These pipes require constant monitoring because they can be a significant source of water pollution, especially when pipes or drains are illegally connected to stormwater pipes. An illicit discharge is any liquid other than rainwater that enters a storm drain, things like sewage, chemicals, oil, or dirty wash water. Lawrence has been working to address these sources of pollution through its illicit discharge detection and elimination program for nearly a decade. City staff, engineers, and scientists inspect the stormwater and sewer systems week after week, collecting water samples and testing for a variety of pollutants. When a problem is found, investigators trace it back to its source. This could be a broken pipe, an illegal connection, or improper waste disposal. Lawrence then works with the property owner or business responsible for correcting it, whether through repairs, sewer lateral replacements, or education. The rest of this video takes a deeper look into the field work the city has undertaken to address the pollution in our stormwater system.
I'm Becca. We're contractors for the city of Lawrence, and right now we're doing sewer dye testing, which is part of the IDDE program that we were hired to investigate.
So let's talk about some of the other work that happens and when you have an illicit connection. Can you describe what you would do to test for illicit connections? Is it a common thing that
The testing is very common. That's what we spend probably 40% of our days doing, is the building inspections. And that would look like going up to the front door of a house and knocking. And if someone's home, we have a conversation with them about the fact that we work with the city and that we're looking to test their home's plumbing. And the inspection would begin in the basement. And we're just looking around at their sanitary pipes to see if we can visually confirm that all of their pipes leave the building together. And if we can confirm that, we only need to test one thing for the whole house. But if it's either a finished basement or there's multiple pipes, we just test multiple things. And we essentially do the same thing we're doing here, but instead of a manhole, we would put the dye in a toilet and flood. And we would have someone like Becca or myself standing outside with these manholes open, and we would be watching and waiting for the dye to change color.
how often do you see the dye change color?
Well, the dye will change color in either test because we have the storm drain and the sewer open, but the storm drain testing or the building testing illicit, probably one time a week, if or less, and that's with probably dozens of tests going on throughout Boston and Massachusetts. So it is on the rarer side, but we only are looking in areas where we know something is going on. Dye testing is towards the end of our investigation process, so it's not that often, but it's still frequent enough.
So in your experience, is it like 1 out of every 100 houses that you sample, or 1 out of every 50, or
it would really be hard to say, but I would probably guess closer to 1 out of 50 than 1 out of 100. But that has probably more to do with our selection bias, that we're only looking in catchment areas with contamination.
Okay. Would you say that it's more common or less common? Illicit connections
are definitely less common.
Less common.
The majority of homes are connected properly to the sewer. even the majority of homes we test, which again are only areas where we know there's a problem, we expect the tests to go legal.
And infiltration is what we're testing here. Just
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm getting
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Sometimes it's easier to test for like infrastructural issues or knocking on people's houses and just testing to see if there's any direct lateral connections. It takes less time to do this. So yeah, we're testing specifically for infiltration.